Hello, I'm Donna Paterson and I'm here today with my colleague Justine Nicolson. We're both dementia advisors for Alzheimer Scotland, covering Forth Valley. We've invited Caroline Crawford, one of our wonderful dedicated branch volunteers, along with us today to tell us about the exciting work and developments that they've been working on in the Clackmannanshire area for our new resource centre. So Caroline, can you tell us a little bit more about your role within the branch and what the branch do?
Yes, thank you, Donna. I've been chair of the Stirling Clackmannanshire Volunteer Branch of Alzheimer Scotland for several years, having previously been on the committee for probably about 20 years. Our main activities were small fundraisers and supporting the service by volunteering at things like musical memories, the memory walks, and any other events the service were running. We also ran a monthly evening meal at a local hotel, which provided good social interaction for the person with dementia and their carer or one of their relatives in an informal setting where they could speak to others who understood their situation. We've always worked very closely with the local service.
Yeah, and it's been wonderful to see your participation in so many of the events and activities that are going on in the community. It's been a pleasure to get to know you all over the past few years as well. It's been some wonderful work.
Caroline, can you tell me why the volunteers felt it was important for them to be involved in the planning of and development of the Dementia Resource Centre, and what impact being involved has had on you and the other volunteers?
Yes, well, when Alzheimer Scotland decided to open a new resource centre locally, we felt as a branch it was important to support it and decided we would try and raise £100,000 towards the fitting out of it. We gave ourselves a year to raise the money, which was quite daunting and very ambitious when we compared it to our smaller fundraising efforts in the past. The volunteers felt it was important for them to be involved in the design and the needs of the resource centre, as they had experience living with a person with dementia, and we felt that as present and past carers, we knew what we would like to see being offered had it been us. It was important to us that the centre catered not only for the person with dementia, but also the carer, and this influenced our reasoning that there should be a therapy room to be used for relaxation treatments within the centre. Alzheimer's Scotland involved us at every stage of the planning, from sourcing suitable premises to the ultimate design. Being involved gave us a real sense of purpose and a determination to reach our goal for such a worthwhile project. It was a lot of hard work organising so many fundraisers, but without the commitment of the branch volunteers on board, the local community and the businesses, we may not have succeeded.
Caroline, can you tell me a little bit more about the future coming up and what impact the volunteers anticipate the centre will give them and the community going forward?
Well, instead of being a branch of Alzheimer Scotland, we've renamed ourselves as the Friends of the Resource Centre. And all of us intend volunteering in the centre when it opens and continue with our fundraising on behalf of Alzheimer Scotland. Previously, there had only been a small daycare bungalow locally and scattered venues throughout the area where small dementia groups met. This resource centre has given the opportunity to bring all these groups together and can also be used for fundraising events. There will also be the opportunity for other members of the community to become involved as volunteers in a very accessible venue.
That's wonderful, Caroline. The level of commitment the volunteers have showed throughout the fundraising process, as well as to see them willing to commit and contribute to the resource centre as it moves forward as well. We certainly couldn't do what we do in the community without the support and the help of our volunteers, and the volunteers are going to play such a pivotal role when this resource centre opens. We really look forward to the exciting times ahead and the projects and the plans that we can put forward to benefit the people who are going to be coming along and using the resource centre. So thank you so much. And we welcome new volunteers coming and taking part in those activities in the resource centre as well. Thank you so much.
Caroline, before we finish today, what would you like people to hear and take away from your experience?
Well, certainly one of the lessons we learned early in our journey was to involve the local press with updates on the progress of our fundraising project, which as a result also helped raise awareness of dementia and boost the number of people attending our fundraising events. In the end, we raised over £100,000, so we have asked that £5,000 of the balance be ring-fenced each year, for the next 4 years exclusively for ongoing activities in the resource centre. We interacted with local businesses and found them very supportive in coming on board. And we also received several monetary donations from individuals, churches, and several other groups. Having this approach had the added benefit of raising awareness of dementia and the support that is available from Alzheimer Scotland so that nobody with dementia has to go on this journey alone.
Although without a doubt a lot of hard work, it does sound like there were so many positive moments and a real coming together of local businesses and community groups. And as you said earlier, an important aspect of this is raising awareness about dementia in the local area. I'm now going to hand back to Donna, who'll close this conversation.
Yeah, we've thanked you all the way through this conversation, Caroline, but yourself and the many members of the then called branch have worked so hard to be able to raise this amount of money. You have worked so closely with the community and as Justine said, raising awareness. We can't thank you enough, and we really look forward to the future of us working together. And it's lovely to see that so many doors have been opened with businesses, organisations and people living in the community with the focus of becoming more dementia friendly, dementia aware, and having the resources on their doorstep in the community. And the branch have certainly, done a lot of work in bringing that together. These are a lovely example of the fundraising aspect, the volunteer aspect, and what a community can do for its own community when they all come together. So on behalf of all the staff in Forth Valley, we take our hats off to you, and we couldn't thank you enough. And I hope you share our thanks with the rest of the branch members as well. It's very well deserved.